Hello all and welcome to the channel. This is Divine Truth Tarot. I'm Sarah. I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader. We are going to be focusing today on the energies of the rebirth of the divine masculine. And what I was hearing were some very clear messages. I was actually doing a private reading for a client this morning, so I'll be sharing some of that with you. I was able to write just a few things down during that reading. And I want you guys to understand that what we saw in 2020 is very different than what we're going to be seeing coming from the divine masculine energy within and without in 2021. We are in an action-oriented year, okay, across the planet, as you can see with what is going on globally. Now, for those of you who have joined my Patreon, thank you so very much for being a member. I'm very excited to really get that started over there. And there are 3 different levels. For those of you who are curious, you can read all about it. I'll put the link in the description box below each video from here on out. And understand that with so much uncertainty with big tech and what's going on in the world and with the censorship, that I do want a safe place and a safe platform and a safe community to be able to share, to be able to continue creating the videos and continue creating content and sharing with you guys. And so Patreon is what I've chosen for now. That could change in the future, but for the time being, that's where myself and a lot of other content creators have gone to. So thank you so much for, I think we have 21 or 22 Patreons already. Thank you very much for the support, and I look forward to getting started over there. Any of you who have emailed me in the past few weeks about private readings, I will respond. I have definitely taken a break from really life and everything for the first 12 days of January, and I was guided to do so, as I'm sure many of you have been, in order to come back and not only be recalibrated and be able to deliver more powerful messages, but also just that time alone, that time to ourselves is so essential as we're going through this ascension process. Essential and ascension, see what I did there? And there's also, like myself and a lot of readers, receiving a lot of hate, receiving a lot of projection that's going on in the world and in this community, in particular the spiritual community, if you will. And so yes, I have turned the comments off as a method of protection for myself, for the community, for all of you. I'll turn them back on when I feel like, when I deem it safe to do so. But I have no time or energy to deal with projection. I have no time or energy to deal with anything that is not going to assist us with moving forward into the truth and into the light. We are in the age of Aquarius, and as an indigo, I am here to speak the truth, and I am here to trigger. That is my job. You know, I've been listening to Phil Good a lot, and for those of you, I'm sure many of you follow him, you know, he'll tell you if somebody says something or they name call or they project, you can just thank them, because what they're doing is they're allowing you to be that mirror, that divine mirror, to hold that up to them and to show them where their wounds are. And there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of unhealed trauma right now in the collective that's resurfacing for all of us. And it's coming out in the ways in which we interact, and we get to choose. We get to respond or react. And I'm seeing a lot of reactions out there. I've been guilty of it myself on, social media platforms. Over on Instagram, I've been guilty of, you get heated, you get inspired or excited, but learn from that. Learn when you do react instead of respond, and then learn to step back and see that this person, it's really not about you. Just like, it's not about whoever is president of the United States. It's really not about that person. It is about what is going on underneath the surface and what has awoken. We've awoken the sleeping monster. This is the great awakening. It's what we've awoken inside of all of us and then collectively. So that's what's really going on. And so join me over on Patreon, because we're going to be having more detailed, insightful discussions about what's actually going on. And not only that, but I will be sharing with you guys more private, intimate parts of my twin flame journey, what I've gone through and how I've gotten to where I have as quickly as I have. And also, I want to talk more in depth about what the divine masculines have gone through. But there are things that I can't say on this platform. So I need to be able to do it over there. And those of you who, decide to join us over there, we're going to really be, this is like the fast track to ascension, the fast track to union. And we are going to really be exploring and delving into what it means to be a divine feminine, what it means to be a divine masculine, what it means to be a light worker, an indigo, a starseed, and why we're truly here and what this mission is about. So it's all about self-love. It all comes back to you. And with that being said, let's get into the meat of the reading. Well, the veggies of the reading, because I'm a vegan. Let's get into the cards. And I've chosen quite a few decks here. So whether we use them all or not for the reading, I'm not sure. But I have chosen the Moonology deck because we did have a new moon in Capricorn yesterday. So we'll check into the energies there. I've chosen the Keepers of the Light deck to check into the energies of who is walking with us in our journey at this time, what gifts they're offering us, what guidance they're offering us. I went ahead and pulled out the Magical Dimensions deck because, let's face it, we are living in magical times. We are living in unprecedented times, and the likes of which we've never seen before. And the consciousness of the planet is rising and rising and rising. And in doing so, there is a lot of heat. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of polarity. There's a lot of division. And so I wanted to really tap into the energies of that, which is also why I pulled out the Starseed Oracle. I have the Beyond Lemuria Oracle, and the Earth Magic Oracle. So let's go ahead and we're going to start actually with the Moonology, and then we're going to move over to the Keepers of the Light. Okay. Oh no, Aurora, Serafina Aurora. Didn't mean to knock you down. Let's give her some love. We love you. Okay, so starting with the Moonology deck. So let's go ahead and dive in. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my guides. Thank you to the Ascended Masters. Thank you to the Archangels. We thank Archangel Michael for being here, for clearing the space and creating a veil of protection around this reading, around myself, around everyone watching, around all twin flames. Well, the first message right out of the bat here is that the divine wants you to know that your hard work is paying off. And look at this new moon in Capricorn. That's really powerful. So thank you so much. New moon in Capricorn coming through with an earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, earth energy. So this is the energy of grounding something into the physical. Okay, this is the energy, like I was talking about, this is the rebirth of the divine masculine. And this is letting the feminine know that your hard work in leading your counterpart, okay, towards wholeness within, towards away from any division that they may have felt, away from any uncertainty or fears that they may have felt about moving towards you in the past. This is about them aligning, okay? And this is your inner masculine energy, okay? Let this apply to both inner and outer masculine. This is about that inner masculine energy that's really understanding that all of the work you've done in the past to set up where you are now, that it's all paying off, that it all is going to it's going to pay out in dividends, and you're going to be able to see the results of your hard work very soon in the physical 3D reality. So in your physical 3D reality, where is that you can see your success starting to it's like the seeds were planted a long time ago, and now you're starting to see things really begin to give birth. And for the masculine energy, this is a rebirth, because last year the masculine energy was quite quiet. There was a lot of resting, there was a lot of integrating, there was a lot of healing work, shadow work to be done with everyone's masculine energy. And this year we're seeing the masculines come out of hiding, okay? Look, guys, it's what, January 13th? So if it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it's not happening. It's only the 13th of January. Like, give it a break. Okay. I can see, I can hear the impatience of some of you. Like, okay, well, they say it's going to happen. When is it going to happen? Things don't unfold in the time in which we need them to or want them to. That's your ego. Soul doesn't know time. Soul only knows space. Soul doesn't know time. Soul doesn't attune to the energies of time. Time is a human created construct. Okay, it was created for order and structure. It was created so that we could have a day, we could have a night, okay, that we could have a Monday, we could have a Sunday, so that we could have some order and structure on which to create our lives. But it's not the end all be all, and it really doesn't mean anything. We decided that we age every year. We decided that. We created that. We created our language. We created the names for fruits and vegetables and objects. We created all of these things, okay? So understand that the work that you have put into not only this connection, but the work that you've put into yourself, the work that you've put into your life is paying off. And this new moon in Capricorn, for a lot of you, is going to show you that everything you've been doing is not for nothing. Okay, it's going to show you that indeed there is a reason that everything has happened the way it has. Tell me about the divine feminine energy. Where's the divine feminine energy at with this new moon in Capricorn, please? Where's the divine feminine energy at? Take time to breathe out. So feminine, you're asked to stand still at this time and integrate the energies. There's a lot of frenetic energy. I've been saying this, I'll probably be saying it for a while. There's a lot of frenetic energy, especially between the months of January to March. Okay, a lot of changes occurring, and it's gonna feel like as soon as we have something figured out, as soon as we feel like we can settle down and everything's kosher again, everything's balanced, nobody's, rioting, nobody's yelling, nobody's arguing with each other, and then all of a sudden it's going to start up again. Okay, the frenetic energy, the chaos, the division. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of these waves of up and down and up and down. This is just the beginning of the Great Awakening. Many are still asleep. So it's really important that you get your rest, that you tend to yourself, feminine, that you take time for yourself, and that you really are breathing. So deep breathing or breath work would be very, very helpful at this time, and helping you to assimilate and helping you to integrate everything that's going on externally so that you don't take things personally. Okay, breath work, meditation, yoga, walking meditation. Okay, all things to balance out your energy and also to help and protect your nervous system. What do you need to release? So I was asking in regards to the union energy. What do you need to release? Okay. What needs to be let go of so that the new can come in? I got a little throat chakra kind of upgrade going on there, a little throat chakra blockage. So maybe it's a truth that needs to be spoken for some of you. Maybe for some of you, it's going to be not necessarily something you're speaking to someone else, but something you're speaking to yourself. Okay, what is it that I feel like they're showing me like a child hiding. There's an inner child that's hiding away from the world. And this is, again, a lot of wounds are coming out right now. People are projecting left and right. People are name calling. There's vitriol, literally vitriol being spewed and being just literally like vomited all over everywhere, social media, any of these sites where people are allowed to comment and say whatever they want to say. There's a lot of vitriol out there. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of anger. And you have to understand that the people that are projecting things onto you, they're angry with themselves. They're unsettled within themselves. You're showing them a shadow aspect of themselves that they haven't yet dealt with. And what's really interesting is the people that are name calling, okay, using labels, so to speak, like narcissist, which I've really gotten away from over the past 2 years. There is this, because it's really a label, it's really about unhealed wounds, okay? So to label somebody else is really to label yourself. And so people who are calling, name calling, like Phil Good says, I've been called everything. I've been called the narcissist. I've been called this. I've been called that. And he's like, thank you. I'm a mirror for those people. So when you're calling, political leader a narcissist, you have to look at where your blind spot is, where your shadow work is still being processed. If you're calling out somebody else, where is it that you have unhealed wounds within? What is it that you need to release? What beliefs, what expectations, what fears, what ideologies, what systems, what programs? Okay, these are all things that are being purged right now, and it's literally coming out. It's coming out in the anger that people are spewing with their words and are hiding behind a computer screen because it's safe, because it's easy, because they don't have an outlet in their everyday waking life. Okay, so if you're tapping into the collective energy, you're going to feel a lot of anger, a lot of fear. But the anger, or the fear rather, might be masked by the anger. But really deep down, what is anger? It's pain, it's hurt, it's unhealed wounds. So recognize that when somebody is throwing something at you, what they're really doing is they're not understanding that they have a blind spot. Their inner child is crying out for help. And instead of tending to that and saying, why does this trigger me? Why do I feel the need to point fingers or call names? Why can't I look within and ask, why is this triggering me? Why do I need to tell this person I'm leaving? I see it all over the place in social media. Somebody, a celebrity or a public figure posts something on a social media post and people are like, I'm leaving. It's like, okay, but why did you need to announce your exit? There's no need for that. Just exit peacefully. People like drama. People like to get, their feathers ruffled, and they want to tell somebody about it. And I feel like what's happening too is a lot of abandonment and rejection wounds. So that what's happening is, let's say when a public figure, let's say someone you followed, someone you liked, someone you looked up to or admired, like a celebrity, many of us, unfortunately, in the past looked up to celebrities. We thought they were God. We put them on a pedestal. We created this whole dynamic. Or just a public figure. Let's say it's like a business owner or somebody, somebody has like 1 million followers and they say something and you don't agree with it. And instead of just leaving, you feel like they abandoned you. You feel rejected. So those wounds are coming out now. So the people that are coming out say, I'm leaving your channel. I'm leaving your page. And it's happening all over right now. It's happened to me. It's happened to Phil Good. It's happened to Lori Ladd. It's happened to other readers. It's happened to friends of mine. It's happened to everybody because people are feeling abandoned. I thought we were in alignment. I thought you believed the same things I did, but because what